It's time for the playoffs. There's a lot to unpack here. And also, we're going to talk with a company called Goated Golf. Let's get right into it. Welcome to the Tavern. Yeah. Last week, I think he's back to form. He fell off a little bit last year, but he also was named Ryder Cup captain. Give me Steve Gravity! Welcome in, everybody. How we doing this week?
That's a door, Steve. Hey, there he is.
We're trying to show Steve the door.
Yeah,
I can't say that. Not the first time, not the last.
No. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the Tavern. Another great week out there. We are getting ready for golf playoffs.
Hey, before we get into playoffs, I got a guest here with me tonight that wants to show you guys and all of our viewers something he just accomplished.
Will!
So
congratulations.
All that means is Will has more trophies than Dave in golf.
Yeah. So Will took second place in his 10-year-old division at the club tournament. So
nice.
That's
good job,
awesome.
Will.
Congrats, Will.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
So, well, we know what you did this week, Dave. So, Dave, what else did you get to do this week?
We're getting ready for harvest, so I've been down in the vineyard getting things ready. Worked another fair farm show and bottled 21 cases of wine, so I've been a little busy.
It is that fair time in the Midwest. The Indiana State Fair started this week, so I got to play some golf this week and finally got my DS Adapt out again. I will say, and you all can attest to this, every time I hit that club, I fall more in love with that driver. Like, it is so fantastic.
Yeah. Will and I got out and snuck in 5 quick holes today too.
I was on the range messing with my flight scope.
What range were you on?
TPC Sawgrass range, funny enough. Yeah. Well,
sorry, I had to set up the drink there.
Yeah.
You did. You set it up good. Yeah, I was up there. Funny enough, the guy next to us literally had a head fly off on the range on a different driver. And another guy was like, man, you are killing that driver. What driver is that? So we all started talking about the DS Adapt from Cobra on the range at TPC Sawgrass. And I think a couple guys were going to buy it because they were like, man, you are murdering that thing. I was like, yeah, no, dude, it's a cheat code.
If you are in the market for a new driver, the DS Adapt, I will tell you, is the biggest game changer in years in driver technology.
Yep.
And go out, test it out, and you will see a difference almost immediately.
Go back and look at some of our previous videos.
Yes.
And follow, like, and subscribe. Some of those that you've seen Greg and Steve, go out there and just absolutely crush a ball in the wind.
Oh, in the rain, in the wind, and in everything. So, yeah, it's it's going to be it's a good driver. I have my father-in-law's scramble tournament that I'm playing in this week, so I'm excited for that on Friday. Looking forward to that event. Have 3-time champion there, trying to make it 4-time. So we'll see what happens on Friday with that. That's what's coming up for me. So hopefully I'll have good news to. I'll have a trophy to share hopefully next week to go along with Will's. So
not as cool as a 10-year-old getting a trophy, but still.
No, it's not. It's not as cool as Will's trophy. And Will's trophy is better than what I will get. So 100% Will. That's an awesome feat for Will. So congratulations again. All right, let's get into first round.
Ready to take your game to the next level? Desert Fox Golf's collegiate gear is growing fast, with over 25 universities and counting. Show off your favorite team on the course with the Phone Caddy and DJ 10 speaker, built for easy access for every round. Perfect for students, alumni, and college sports fans looking to show off their school spirit. Gear up today at desertfoxgolf.com.
I did have all of my Desert Fox DJ 10 and
yeah. I gotta say, Will and I got out, played a couple holes today. I borrowed a golf cart from a good friend of ours from the show, and he's got his all set up with all of his Desert Fox stuff already on there. I kind of just had to connect everything and go. So it was nice that I didn't have to break out my own stuff. And when you get to borrow somebody's golf cart, it's really nice that it's already set up for you to use with the stuff that you like.
That's nice that he's got the Desert Fox stuff already loaded on there for you. So if you don't use the golfing dads for 15% off your first order from Desert Fox Golf, definitely check out their collegiate gear. With college football season, we are less than a month away, people. Get excited.
No, I can't wait. Hey, are we doing a fantasy football league like we've done in the past? We haven't discussed that.
Possibly. We'll have to discuss that.
We'll
leave in the comments if you want us to do a fantasy football league, and if you're interested in joining a fantasy football league with us.
Or if you want to do a pick'em league too, maybe we'll do a college and NFL pick'em leagues.
Yeah, there's no collusion in our fantasy football league at all.
Absolutely not. There is no collusion in our league at all. It is a fair and square league. The commissioner is an amazing person. The commissioner of our fantasy football league. So he will be back and put this on yet again. But we are here to talk in first round playoffs. And what's coming up here? There's a lot of storylines to kind of dig into here in our first round with the playoffs coming up. The playoffs have changed a little bit. They are pretty much the same. They went from 4 events to 3 events over the past few years. They used to be that the FedEx Cup points leader got a 10-stroke lead, and it went down from there, from first, second, third, and you basically were playing to catch up. But all that's out the window now. Now it's top 70, top 50, top 30 makes you to each round. And then when you get to the top 30, it's every man for himself. So 30th place, if you go to 70th place to 30th place, you still have a shot in these FedEx Cup playoffs, which is pretty amazing here. It's going to make for an exciting end at East Lake, which is always a fun finishing for the playoffs.
Now, but if my math is correct, and I know we're going to get into another player
here, there's the $5,000 question to start the day.
Scotty doesn't have to show up to the last one at all.
Correct.
Scotty has to show up, so doesn't have to show up till the last one. Correct.
Till the last one,
Scotty and technically Rory and maybe who's third? Third is JT is third. So he's fifth.
But here's the thing, and I know we already know Rory's skipping out on the first week, which is his absolute right to do so. But is it good for the game?
Peter Malinotti had an interesting comment about that, Dave, that you say that, and Peter's on the policy board. And he's not happy that Rory's skipping out on the first week of the playoffs.
Here's my opinion on this. I don't think that it really makes a difference in here, because you're really just playing to move up. So I really think unless you are in a position that you could fall off, you really don't need to play until you have to fight to get into that top 30.
Yeah.
Because that's where it really matters.
If you're Siwoo sitting on number 50 right now, you better show up.
100%. That's what I'm saying. If you are someone that is on a cusp of to go to next week, so you have to make the top 50 from 70, you better be there. So basically anywhere from 30 and below should be there this week.
The other thing that you have to look at is how many times did these guys play 3 weeks in a row on the PGA Tour?
Exactly.
Like,
and 3 weeks in a row in elevated fields. You really have 2 weeks
crummy
after.
Weather. Like, let's be real. Atlanta's hot. Memphis is hot. You kind of get a break at Caves Valley from a weather standpoint, but Baltimore could also be excruciatingly hot. So you go back-to-back weeks of you're probably getting IVs every week just to stay hydrated because you're losing so much weight in water. Like, it's not the best feeling. So if you can maximize your body and maximize your chance to win, and you're Rory McIlroy and you're sitting in second place and you won the Masters this year and you won the Players, stay home the first week.
Well, and I think you've earned that right. You have played this well. You've earned the right to kind of skip at this point because it's like a bye in football. It's like a bye in any other sport. When you make you can have a bye round because you're one of the top finishers of the regular.
Hey, the Cuban golfer 13, by the way, is watching. What's going on, dude? Hey, I would agree. That event they did in Colorado, what was it, last year that Keegan won, or the year before that Keegan won?
Last year.
Last year.
No,
I think they should go back to that. I'm with you. I think they should go back to Colorado. I think it'd be great.
And I do think, they need to look at where these events are. You also don't want to have, when you're playing 3 weeks in a row, you don't want to be going across country 2 weeks. Like, I almost think you need to do a West Coast, a Midwest, and then East Lake. Like, work your way back across the country. And that way you're also hitting all areas of the country.
Could you imagine a primetime event, like golf in primetime for a playoff event on the PGA Tour?
It would be great. I love that.
Awesome.
When you have those West Coast golf events.
Give me 8 p.m. Give me 8 p.m. East Coast golf. Let's go. I mean,
I think this would be great. I think that Rory missing this week is not a big deal. My thing that I'm looking at this week is these 3 weeks is really what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Keegan Bradley, Maverick McNeely, Cam Young, Andrew Nowak, Colin Morikawa, Brian Harmon, Chris Gotterup, Lucas Glover, and Kurt Kitayama. I am looking at these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 golfers to fill 4 spots on the Ryder Cup team. Because I think our top 8 are locked up on the Ryder Cup. I'm looking at these 9 people and seeing how they play.
I'm still not taking. I mean, I know we've talked about this. We can go down this road and we could beat a dead horse with this. I want to see guys that have won. I don't think Colin is as much of a lock as everyone thinks he is.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I want to see. I picked these 9 players based on their FedEx Cup standing, their U.S. FedEx Cup standing, so where they are based on the best U.S. players in the FedEx Cup, and their Ryder Cup standings.
Yeah.
And so I averaged everything out, and Keegan averages out to be the 9th best player. Maverick is 10. Andrew Nowak is an 11.3. If you take all 3 of those together, Colin Morikawa is 12.6. So I'm really looking at Cam Young, Morikawa, Brian Harmon, Chris Gotterup, Lucas Glover, and Kurt Kitayama. And the reason I put Lucas Glover and Kurt Kitayama in here is Lucas has been playing a little bit better lately, and he is the last person to win the last major at Bethpage. So he won the U.S. Open in 2000.
There was a major since then at Bethpage.
Oh, he won the last Open there. Sorry. Yeah, he didn't win. There was a different one there. He was the last Open winner. Yeah, the PGA was there.
Yeah.
But he's one of the last winners there for the Open, which is a tougher test of golf in our opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and he's up there. He's still doing well this season.
And got hosed 2 years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's be real.
He's in the same boat as Keegan, in my opinion, of getting hosed 2 years ago, was playing well both times, kind of deserves a nod here. So I really want to see, of these 9, who finish the best over this.
I'm going to give Keegan a lot of credit in that he's played a lot of golf. Like Keegan, I feel like is pegging it up every week with these guys to see who's playing well every week, week in and week out. Like Keegan's showing up everywhere. All of a sudden, you're like, wait, how did Keegan finish top 20 this week? Didn't he take the week off? No, Keegan is playing he played this week at
and missed the cut.
It's the first time he's missed the cut in months.
Because I picked him.
Are you saying? By the way, Greg, are you saying that Ben Griffin is a lock?
I am saying Ben Griffin is a lock.
Wow,
I'm saying JT
like
and Ben Griffin are locks. They
okay
are 7 and 8. I really like the way that they play. They average
7 and 9.
Really, they're in mine. I have them as 7 and 8 in my picks.
In your picks.
There.
Okay, yeah. Standing wise, they're 7 and 9 with Morikawa in between.
In the Ryder Cup standings, which I think need to be adjusted, because if you look at the FedEx Cup standings, JT is 5th in the FedEx Cup and 3rd of U.S. players. Ben Griffin is 6th in the FedEx Cup and 4th of U.S. players. And they're not qualifying. Now, you have someone like Xander right now, which I think is a really wild card. He's number 2 when he's 42nd.
But he also won 2 majors last year.
Yeah, last year.
But he's going off of 2 majors last year.
But if you go off of 2 majors last year, then you have a really bad year this year. Why would you want to put them going into that? Like, that's
I'm intrigued at 2 names you left off your list, by the way.
You need to really adjust how we look at this, because Xander was great last year, but he's 42nd and 20. He's the 25th best American right now on the FedEx Cup rankings.
Yep.
And he's 2nd on here because of what he did last year. So he's not playing well this year. And this is the year of the Ryder Cup. So I almost
left his partner off your list, by the way.
I did leave. I left.
He's off of my list too.
He's not on my list either.
I'm really looking at.
I would take Max Homa first.
I'm looking. No.
Wow.
Almost not playing well consistently. But I'm really looking at who's playing well, who played well this season, and then who's playing hot now too. Because I really think.
I think you need to make it to East Lake to get a pick.
I do. I agree with that. You need to play all 3 weeks here.
Lake. Yeah.
You need to be in the top 30, and you need to do well in here. So that's where I'm really looking at this. And then Keegan has to look at himself and say, hey, am I putting myself in, or am I looking at somebody else? Because I really think 9 and 10 are going to be your players who have been consistently hot over the season. Might not be really hot right now. 11 and 12, I'm really looking at those wild cards. I'm looking at a Kurt Kitayama. I'm looking at a Lucas Glover. I'm looking at a Chris Goddard.
Do you see anybody outside the top 40 in the FedEx points right now getting hot like Glover did, maybe winning twice here in the playoffs and catapulting themselves into the conversation?
I think you could. I think that's going to be interesting. I'm looking at kind of Jordan Spieth for that, because Jordan Spieth is down there. I'm looking at him to kind of do that if he starts playing well. That there are some players out there that could really make that kind of jump there that I'd really like to see.
His driver was all over the place last week at Wyndham.
But that's what I'm saying here, and that's what you're saying too. I need to see you play good golf. You don't need to win, but you need to get into the top 30, be there at East Lake, and then do well at East Lake.
Yeah.
And that's how we're really going to consider you.
Yep.
Because if you're playing hot,
you know what?
Playing hot.
You know, we're talking about a lot of goats right now.
Yes.
And I think it's time to talk about some more goats.
Let's get into happy hour.
Let's get into happy hour. Man, you know, Greg, you and I met the team from Goated at the PGA show.
We did, and I followed them on Whatnot and when they sell stuff on different platforms as well. That's where I first actually heard about them.
I actually heard about them from my buddy Kenny, who showed me. Literally, I was in the parking lot at Royal St. Cloud, and he's like, "You got to check these putters out." And we had a long conversation about it. So I'm excited. I mean, Kenny and I, this was probably 1.5 years, 2 years ago. So this is a long time in the making. So let's welcome to the tavern tonight, Kevin, the CEO of Goated Golf. Kevin, how are you tonight, buddy?
Great. How are you doing? Pleasure to be on,
awesome.
Guys.
No,
nice to have you. Cheers.
Cheers. I got a Pepsi Zero.
Kevin, let's
we don't judge.
Let's start. And I saw your little guy around there. We love that. Let's start with how did you get started with Goated and what inspired the name?
Yeah, it was a crazy story. I was the COO of a training aid company called Lag Shot Golf, and learned a lot about direct to consumer in the golf business. Learned um, a lot about sales through ecom, which I thought I knew a lot about, but this guy was killing it when I joined him. I actually met him at the PGA show 4 years ago, the owner of the company, and COVID. Kicked in and kicked the country's butt a little bit, of course, but e-com and people sitting at home and getting out and golfing was the thing to do. So golf was growing. And I just happened to be in the lovely state of Florida here, and DeSantis got up and said, get out and golf. So we did really well through COVID, the business side, and learned, like I said, a bunch about e-com, a bunch about the golf business. And I was on the journey of being a PGA professional or pro golfer, golfed a lot because there's not much else to do, like a lot of us. So I was able to travel the tour for a year, and I was doing like player support stuff for the PGA Tour. I got an invite to go to the Jordan Spieth. He used our wedge, so I got in his camp a little bit, but I got an invite to go to that match in Bel Air, Florida. I went to the Bel Air, Florida match under the lights, and at the Pelican Club. It was awesome. Tiger and Rory versus Jordan and Justin Thomas. And met Gary Sheffield there and got invited to Grove, went out to Grove and played golf. And there's no rules at Grove, ton of people playing, and got to play with the GOAT and a couple holes and got to chip in on him, win some money with a wedge themed after Michael Jordan. And kind of went a little crazy from there. I went back home and said, "Man, these guys were roasting him for losing to me with a wedge themed after him." So we started making some wedges. I did some case studies, and we ended up doing putters first. But launched Goated like a month after that, a month and a half after that, with some prototypes, and it took off. I actually got to golf with President Trump 2 weeks after that too. So it was the craziest 2 weeks of my life, for sure. Golfing with those two, Michael Jordan, and then a couple weeks later at Mar-a-Lago with President Trump. But got surrounded by a bunch of goats, more than I had ever been in a short time period, and started buying a bunch of URLs. Always been an entrepreneur and bought Goated. Goated's a popular phrase, and you're the goat's a popular thing that people would say. So I snagged a bunch of those and launched a golf company that celebrates goats.
I got to ask you a question here. Hold on. I got to ask this question.
Yeah.
It needs to be answered, even if the Secret Service is going to take you out after you answer this. Who's a better golfer, the GOAT in Michael Jordan or President Trump?
Total game between the two rounds.
Total game.
I'd say President Trump probably.
Really?
Wow.
Now Michael Jordan has one of the best short games I've ever seen, and he is very saucy with the short game. And
we've seen Jordan play in Hilton Head a few times.
Okay, yeah.
He played behind me at the Flow one day. I was playing with Ken Duke, and Jordan played behind us at the Floridian one day. And that was quite the experience. I could tell you that. Yeah, there were some comments said. So
yeah.
Now Trump plays up a tee, and he also gets tees that. He plays tees that he built, so he's built his courses to his game on his tees.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so he's built the game around himself. I gotcha.
Yeah. But before I get on to my next question here, I going over your website, I've looked at it before. I went to a Big South school. I'm a Radford graduate. You have That's Liberty. Cool. How Liberty?
I thought you were going to say Coastal Carolina. Yeah, I went to Liberty. My dad, my cousins, my brothers went to Liberty. I played football at Liberty. I didn't play a single snap, but my brother did. My little brothers got the good football genes. I got the golf genes. But we both went. I was on the team my last year, and we got some plugs with them to order some clubs for their golf team and their alumni association. So.
Yeah, I looked at that and I kind of shook my I went to Radford. My brother-in-law played baseball at Winthrop. So
nice. Okay.
We're kind of a Big South.
We beat up on both there. Yeah.
Yep. But so getting back to this, but you have all this, and what was the gap in the golf market that you saw that kind of led you into creating the Goated brand?
The gap basically was the gap for me was a cool brand. I think Swag does a good job, not to plug other brands, but I think their designs are hideous. I don't really like skulls. I don't really like the childish designs and colors they have. So I'm like, man, I love sneakers. I'm a sneakerhead. I'd love to have a company that didn't have a ton of inventory and that could break a website on drop day. That was kind of my dream. Low inventory, cool designs. And kind of, I was born in Miami, so kind of the street side of golf that was growing at the same time, where golf was more accessible to all different kinds of people, and the game's been growing. We all grew up through Tiger. I think we're all around the same age frame. So I love the stories of Michael not being able to play at certain courses because of what he was wearing, and I like the change that golf has had to make it more inclusive. So the gap amongst all those things was something we tried to fill and have had good success doing, luckily.
Nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
cool.
you've had a lot of success. We've talked about it. I put you on the spot with the Trump Jordan question, but who's the biggest GOAT that carries one of your putters?
That carries one of our putters in the bag? I mean, Charles Woodson, I'd have to say. I mean, he's playing a bunch of celebrity events. He's one of the greatest athletes all time.
And so I've caddied at Nona in the LPGA tournament, and Woodson is one of the absolute best dudes. And he lives here in Orlando where I live, and we've played some scrambles together, and he is such a cool dude. Such a cool dude.
That's two drinks.
It really is. It's all right, though. So I got to ask, I mean, you've got the declaration line, which if you haven't been to the Goated site and seen the declaration line, I suggest you head over to Goated now and check that out. But two-part question. What's your best-selling item and what's your favorite item?
Great question. Best-selling item is definitely the polos. I spent a lot of time on the polos. My whole closet being on the PGA Tour or traveling was Peter Millar. I spent so much money on Peter Millar. And summer comforts, like my whole closet. It used to be. So I went and I flew 2 people to China and other countries to try to find where Peter Millar made their stuff. And I wanted to make their sleeves shorter on the summer comfort and a little bit better changes to fits. And our polos are home runs after 50 samples. Of course, no one knows the grind that goes into those products, but that's been the biggest and best seller. My favorite product, we have the best club fitter in the world. I hired about a year ago. He's been a blessing to the brand. So he designed some amazing wedges. It's close. The wedges and our new stability shaft. We have a tour. We have scientifically the greatest stability shaft ever made, the lowest torque, that is just starting to break like into the market people are hearing about. So our stability shafts not only look cool, but they're the greatest stability shafts ever made. So those are on the website and app now. Definitely my favorite.
And they have the elephant print on them because I saw those.
Yeah, some of them is American flag themed.
Yeah, I saw the.
I like the American flag.
I saw the elephant.
Yeah,
I like the elephant print. Like if you were a Jordan fan growing up at our age, huge fan of that. So.
Awesome. I got the 4s, I got the 6s, I got the 11s. So
love it. The day I went to Grove, he had the coolest. The first time I went to Grove, they have the coolest clock there out of shoes that Jordan wore in a game, and the 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 12 around the clock. And I spent way too much on the shop that day, but I said, hey, I might as well ask, but I want the clock. And they said, it's not for sale. I'm like, name a price. And they're like, no, you don't understand. Yeah. Those are shoes Jordan wore. He's not selling that. Those are shoes he wore and that kind of sparked my thought because I'm like, there's 12 there. I'm like, I think I could drop a wedge after all of these themed and do month 1, month 2. And it grew. Nice. We did case studies. So that's kind of where it started in that shop. But yeah, the elephant print, the concretes, the cool blues, the cool grays. I mean, so many cool designs they had. So that's where a lot of it started.
You put, an Air Jordan logo on just about anything. And, we've seen it with some of the other companies that, we've met and had on. And it's just amazing what, his brand carries and transcends.
So
true. I just want to read a comment really quick from Instagram right now. Cuban Golfer 13. I've got a pair of brand new white Jordans from the 90s still in the box from when I was in high school in 1994.
Wow.
What number Jordans? That's my question.
Yeah, Cuban Golfer, what number? Yeah, what number Jordans are those? Because I'm kind of jealous in that right now. And can you do us a favor? Post that on Instagram and tag us in it because I want to see
it. That's 25 years, 20-something years. It's awesome. I got something like that too. Amazing. So that sneakerhead community is no joke. I love the sneakerheads.
Yeah, it's beyond what I know. I am not the sneakerhead of the group. I collect other things. But as you're moving into the modern culture shift that's with golf. You've talked about Jordan being turned away from certain clubs. And we've seen it. Greg and I have played clubs before where we've seen guys in ripped jeans and tank tops all playing out of one bag, which I don't think is necessary. But you show up with semi-appropriate attire. Where does Goated fit in for that? For the younger players, the more relaxed vibes, a less country club type of feel. What are we driving after?
Yeah, I've tried to be real cautious. I love the game of golf. I'm very passionate about it. I don't want to. I've tried to start companies that disrupt. I actually had the patents for Segway golf for the country, and I thought it was the greatest idea. I thought superintendents would be all over it, and I realized golf is one of the hardest old dogs, new tricks industries to break into. So I wanted to be something that was inclusive for all, and that was something that filled the gap, like you guys mentioned. But our products, we don't really push the limits beyond our untucked. We have an untucked polo that is not the traditional. You usually want to tuck in. You want to have tucked in polos. Or in Naples here, you got to have a dress code most places still. But that's the limit of how we're pushing. We got some shoe collabs we did. We got a G4 thing we're working on that's going to be spikeless. I love the Jordan Mules. I don't know if you guys have seen the Mules. I got 40 pairs of the Mules. They're like sandals that are half shoes. So we're working on something like that. But our clothes are more traditional style. They're just cooler looking designs and patterns. But the untuck's probably the limits of what we're introducing new, so that you don't have to tuck them in, but you still can. That's kind of our.
Hey, our friends at Desert Fox Golf commented, "Amen. Try launching a cell phone holder."
I love Desert Fox. That was one of my first golf purchases. That's a great product.
It's such a great product. So, have you had their speaker yet? By the way, because you can actually connect their speaker and surround sound them with two of them.
It's glorious.
You can go stereo mode with it. Yeah, their speakers are unbelievable. Don't forget to use code GolfingDads.
I was going to say the same thing. Use code GolfingDads to get 15% off your first order at golf.com. So, Kevin, as the kind of resident sneakerhead here on the show, I first heard about you guys on Whatnot is actually where I saw you guys for the first time. And you got a show. I'm looking at it right now at 10 o'clock tonight. So if people are looking to buy, I'm going to plug your show on Whatnot right now. You might see the Golfing Dads on there. I am the Golfing Dads on Whatnot. So
love it. Let's go. It's been an awesome platform for us.
With that, and people have so much fun there. I actually have bought Jordans for a great price on a lot of different sneaker heads sites on there, and you can get some great stuff on Whatnot. We are not sponsored by Whatnot, so I'm not getting a plug from this or anything. But with that, that's a social media platform. So how important has social media been to your culture, your brand strategy, and getting your name out there?
Yeah, it's been crazy. So social media is crucial. Obviously, it's where we do a lot of our ad spend marketing. We don't spend a ton. So when I was at Lagshot, we would spend some months $1 million on ads to make $2 million, $3 million bucks. I didn't want to have a business like that. I wanted a true kind of cult following. I wanted to create the best product we could, the greatest products we could, and develop that loyalty. And we've done a good job of that. Luckily, not credit to me, it's my team. So social media, luckily, has been a place where we can kind of celebrate what we've done and show the products that we've done more than shove product and run ads. And we don't do the best job at it, but I think we built the greatest golf community in the world. The Goated Golf family is insane, especially on Whatnot. It's wholesome. It's something that's dads trying to be the best they can be. It's the Goated mentality that we do once a week. We have some Bible studies. We have some things that are iron sharpen irons things, because you can't be the goat if you're going to be selfish. You can't be the goat if you're going to be about you. You gotta have a mission to it, and we've done a good job of keeping the mission. That is, if you want to be the best, you got to be selfless. You got to build others up. You got to put good people around you. You got to look at your circle of influence, stuff like that. So, Whatnot's been a great thing. I didn't spend any money marketing. I just grinded, sat in my living room like this, and sold. It grew to 2 buildings. I got 2. We're opening September 1st an indoor simulator clubhouse. We have a club, so we have a goat club on our website. Everyone check it out. I'll plug that, I guess. But it's if you're a gold member, you get a putter every month, but you'll get access to the clubhouse in Bonita Springs, Florida. And we're opening 4 locations in the next 6 months beyond the Bonita Springs. That'll just be for gold members. So not only they get a putter every month, but they'll get access to the clubhouse. And that all started from Whatnot. It's really, they'll buy stuff on Whatnot, or they'll win. Every night you can win a putter. So if you can't spend the 800, 900 bucks on our putters, I completely get it. I'm from the streets of Miami, so some of our prices seem crazy to me. But golfers, as we know, will pay it if it looks cool and if it's limited, and there's some stock there that could go up in value. So Whatnot's been a blessing. Ups and downs, we get a lot of hate for it because we got some cool products and we got some partnerships that we've been blessed with, but we get way more love than we get hate on Whatnot, and it costs nothing. We just have to grind and stream and tell our story and grow the Goated family daily on there. So we're streaming like 12 hours a day on Whatnot. You can catch a show with us a lot of the day.
Oh, I get updates all throughout the day that Goated's on again, and I got into it actually. Funny enough, another YouTube channel, Stacked Golf, is how I actually first got into Whatnot, and
Great
then.
company.
Sporting, I've won one of their giveaways. I haven't won one of your giveaways yet, so I got to keep trying.
I'll win the algorithm.
But that's the great thing about Whatnot. It creates this community that you can do like what we create with the golfing dads here. It's the same things that you're saying. So yeah, that social media platform is real big. So continue to keep doing that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been awesome. I love what you guys do too. It's I've watched a couple of times. Kenny told me a couple months ago, and then we met at the PGA show, and honored to be on. I love what you guys are doing too. It's crucial, and us dads, my kids both walked in at one point, and they're pumped to be a part of it, pumped to even see what's going on, and it's not easy, especially the golfer vibe before COVID. I think was dads are Hollywood tries to paint dads and men as not smart golfers that just drink and are gone on the weekends and not present and whatever. And if we can still golf and still be good dads, that's the goal.
100%. Well said.
Kevin, obviously growing a brand is not easy. We've all struggled with it at one point or another. With Goated, outside of working with Kenny, what's been the biggest challenge you've had in scaling Goated? And I had to take the dig at Kenny. I mean, I'll do that any chance I get.
I love it. Kenny, he's used to it now. Kenny and Jonna, his wife was my first like employee partner in this. She helped design the putters, so I do a lot of credit. I give a lot of credit to them, but I give him I bust his chops too. The greatest challenge this time, I started a bunch of companies. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I bootstrapped this one, and of course, it was one that I kind of put myself in the backseat and tried to really grow a valuable thing in a community. And bootstrapping it was difficult. We've done a really good number in revenue, and it's been all bootstrapped, challenging to kind of manage big box relationships and to manage member guests. That Kenny's one of the best salesmen in the world. He's killed it, and
yes, he is.
So blessed to have him. And we'd have people that, hey, you need terms for 90 days, and I'm like, I need to either get the next drops or I need to do this member guest that Kenny just got. So that's been the biggest challenge. We are getting into some partnerships because I've kept a lot of the equity. We're getting into maybe doing a first round. Possibly. I'm praying about that, but that would definitely help. Kenny just got the PGA Superstore, so we signed the contract yesterday. So the PGA Superstore will have some products, but that comes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been him grinding and God watching out for us for sure. Because we said no to Dick's Sporting Goods a while back because I've seen the benefit or the dangers there and the exposure there. You put out $1 million in product, you don't get paid for 90 days. And if people buy from Dick's Sporting Goods or Golf Galaxy and then return it, you don't ever get to see that money and you don't sometimes see the product. So for a small company that's bootstrapped and that doesn't have the most putters, to send out putters and not get paid for 90 days was like not possible. And it's brutal. So I'm a little nervous about PGA Superstore, but I'm also excited. We got a good infrastructure in place. But if it goes bonkers, which you want it to do, there's potential there that I'll be over my head. So we gotta be smart.
Desert Fox wanted me to pass along congratulations, by the way, on that too.
Oh, awesome! They're awesome. I gotta connect with them. Yeah, it's a grind, but it's a blessing. We tried to create freedom. Entrepreneurs that do it well create freedom for themselves. We've kind of done that for 22 employees. So now we got to just grow the next steps and make sure we're smart on our next moves. So that would be the biggest challenge for sure. Bootstrapping is not easy. It's no joke.
So you're talking about the next moves, and that kind of leads me where I want to go here. Where do you want to be? And the question we all have been asked as we're trying to move up the corporate ladder, where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? Do you want to be? Are you on tour bags, or you're talking about the PGA Superstore / Greg Delowey's backyard home shop?
Yes,
it, Greg.
My store choice.
Or do you want to stay as a niche? Yeah. Or, do you still see yourself as like a niche underground, favorite that has this loyal following that you just don't want to give up?
Yeah, I kind of want to, I'd say long-term goal. One fun thing you guys would probably like to hear is I want to own a golf course, and we're looking at a couple right now. That we could buy and kind of flip and be a goated golf course. We have goated clubhouse that's opening in 20 days. It's a done deal. And the other 3 indoor simulator places. I know a lot of people love them. I actually don't like simulators at all. I don't play well at simulators. I'm a visual guy. I like being outside, and I just can't. And I'm an over the top swinger, and I'm a two-handing. But every time I hit the ball at a simulator, I don't believe it. I just can't get in the zone. So,
and you make putters, and putting's the worst in simulators.
Oh, it's the worst. The TrackMan guy today was like, "Well, we have the best putting," and I'm like, "Just stop." I don't. There's no simulator that's like phenomenal or spotless or flawless. So, my goal would be that I'd love to, if that's God's will, to own a golf course that we could have the Golfing Dads podcast live from one day, and this show.
We're in
100%.
Just let me know when. Like, we'll be there.
We always love that. We love a good golf course broadcast.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'd love to grow the monthly drops. That's the goal. Every day I wake up, I try to grow the app. I try to grow the Goat Club. We have an app in the App Store. I wake up thinking about ways to make our Goat Club better and retain our members. And make it the best for them. And then our app, I want to grow that. But our drops have been incredible. We have 12 days till the Muhammad Ali drop. This month we're celebrating Muhammad Ali. It's going to be insane. And then we hired a new designer, so this is his first drop, and he blew it out of the water. So the next couple drops are going to be awesome, and I want to grow to the point where that's all we have to do. That's the business model, and you guys will like this. Greg will like this even more, but on the 23rd of every month, this is a little inside information, we're going to do an Air Goated Day. I own airgoated.com. So we're going to have an Air Goated drop for a little bit more affordable putters that are themed after a Jordan-themed shoe, like airjordan.com used to be. And I'm going to do it in collab with the Jordan family, I think. I'm working on some things where we could have some really cool drops for 23 hours on the 23rd of every single month. So adding another drop in there, 2 drops a month. We celebrate a goat every month, no matter what, and then we do the Air Goated drop every month with some $400 to $500 affordable putters that go quickly. Only 23 of them. We're numbering all putters starting in November, but the Air Goated will be numbered 1 to 23, so you can come in and pick your number. It'd be really cool.
Nice.
Really quick. I know. I love I'm a big baseball fan, and so is Greg. I love the Declaration of Independence. I think Matt Strom, who's a relief pitcher with the Phillies, has a Declaration of Independence glove.
Really?
He actually has. He went and stole it from Nicolas Cage. But I'm like, he's got the glove. I think he needs the putter.
Yes, let's get him one. I golfed with Jason Worth a while ago. We made Jason Worth a putter. He's in the Tampa area. I'm a Marlins, Dolphins, everything fan. I'm working on a Dan Marino mini driver. Is my favorite thing right now as a Miami guy. We got a 13-degree mini driver coming. That's going to be 1 of 100. Dan Marino signed each one of them. Is going to sign each one of them. So I'm working, and players like that, I'm hoping to have more that make sense and that are the GOATs. But we've got a lot of one-offs. We got to get him one. I didn't know that. We'll get him a Constitution or Declaration putter.
Yeah.
So
that was a good drop.
So Kevin, we met last year at the PGA show, and every year we like to pump up the PGA show, and we'll start doing that again coming up soon here to talk about everything that's coming up, because January is right around the corner. We're only a few months away. Are you guys going to be back at the PGA show this year?
We will. We secured our booth. We're going to have 2 parties this year, and would love for you guys to come. We rent out American Social, thanks to Kenny in Orlando. I think Kenny's the king of iDrive, he calls himself. So he's got a bunch of connections on iDrive. Or he used to be. I'm trying to retire him. He
and I probably know a couple of the same people on iDrive because I know a few of them. So.
We're going to have a party there like we do every year. Would love to have you guys. That's a fun night. And then we're going to try to add another one maybe at Topgolf. But we'll be there. PGA show's an awesome week. Awesome. A lot of fun. We had bad weather last year, the rain.
Yeah,
we don't talk about Mother Nature.
We don't talk about
nature. It's like Bruno. We don't talk about it, so we just leave it alone. So
we'd definitely love to do stuff with you at the PGA show this year.
Let's do it. That would be awesome.
Amazing. So yeah, glad you're going to be back. And if anyone's going to be there, make sure you do check out Goated Golf, and 10 o'clock tonight. Go check them out on Whatnot. So
Whatnot. Yes.
Kevin, before we let you go, got to ask and let our listeners know, where can they find you guys?
Yeah, our Instagram is Goated Putters. Everything else is Goated Golf or Goated Golf Official. I had Goated Golf on Instagram, but when I first started, I was spamming and they took my Goated Golf away. I still own it, but we got to get it back. So it's Goated Putters, but we've converted to a golf brand. So Goated Golf and Goated Putters on Instagram. But Goated Golf everywhere else. And then Goated Golf Official on YouTube launched a couple of weeks ago. And the Goated Golf app. If you download the Goated Golf app, you get $25 for free right away if you're a first-time subscriber. We've got to get a Golfing Dads coupon code. I should have done that. We'll get you something to share. But download the app. We send push notifications every day that are Goated mentality reminders, kind of be a better dad, be a better person, do something for someone else. And beyond that, we give a discount every couple of days and drop products on our people that have push notifications turned on. So check them out. Check us out on the Goated Golf app on the App Store. Both markets would be awesome.
Awesome.
Hey, if you're next time you're up in Orlando to harass Kenny, let me know. Or tell Kenny to text me. You got my number too, and we can. I'll come out and meet you guys, and we'll harass Kenny together. How's that sound?
Let's do it. That'd be awesome.
All right.
I gotta get.
And I'll come down there just as long as we don't have to play damn old corkscrew, because I ain't playing that golf course ever again.
Yes. Nicholas Designs.
But you need to get some hats on your website. I'm a big hat guy. Greg likes the sneakers. I like the hats.
We have some really cool ones in the next week. About I think 13 designs dropping. Unfortunately, Whatnot gets most. They'll be selling some hats on Whatnot tonight because by the time we get them in, we sell them quicker on Whatnot than we do taking a picture and put them on the website. But we're going to change that. We got some sick hats, and our hats, the perforation has goats in the holes. The new hats that will be on our website.
Nice. Nope. Think I'm going to need to get myself one of those.
Yeah, we'll send you some.
Awesome. Well, Kevin, thank you for joining us tonight, and we appreciate it. And stay goated, all right?
Stay goated. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
God bless
Cheers,
you.
man.
Cheers.
Man,
so
that's
I
awesome.
mean,
So many things about that interview. Like, what a great brand. But again, Greg, we talked about this week. a couple times. I'm already excited for January in the PGA show.
We have a nice lineup of things coming up with the Golfing Dad. So if you are a fan of our show, we have a whole bunch of stuff coming up. Like I said, we got French Lick coming up. We got the PGA show coming up. We got some other stuff that's in the works that we can't even talk about yet.
That we can't even talk about. That is goated, literally.
Dave's sad, but it's understandable.
Yeah,
it's okay, Dave.
But that's the thing. That's what you like with Goated. Like, we're putting a brand together. We're trying to promote all of this stuff out there. Check out Goated Golf. Check out all of their sites. They have great stuff from towels, golf clubs to hats, shirts, everything out there, and it's all Goated branded. When I say that, not just the name Goated, it's about goats in all sports. So.
Hey, let's go to we got a big announcement here tonight, and we got a Smack of the Week to show. So let's go to that.
Let's show Smack of the Week, and then we'll do the announcement.
Yep. We love Top Golf, right?
Yes, we do love Top Golf. Top Golf is fun. Top Golf, I kind of wish I would have went this weekend and tried to win the Happy Gilmore putter, but
But any chance we get that somebody isn't using the focus on their mindset when they're doing their job, we're going to make fun of them.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
Like, you work
so
there.
Many questions.
Like, so much. That's where you need to get your mindset straight. You need. I don't know. We've been like. Here's what I want to know: was this someone like you all know? You go to the range, the ball retriever guys out there. You're aiming at them. Did someone just hit a massive shot and knock him in there?
Like how many great stories could we tell on that one?
Exactly, like that.
Well, Brad, based on the text message last night, we did not want to get canceled.
Yeah, we know you're okay with it, but we feel like people that might not know you might think we are just mean with that. So we did discuss it, Bradley, but I think what people should do is comment on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook the best untrue story of why that happened, why this Smack of the Week happened.
Ooh. Yeah, we want to know why that happened. Tell us in the comments why that happened. But hey, we announced last week after Bridgestone wins and we win, you win. So a week ago we announced it. Tonight we're going to pick the winner.
We're ready to pick it.
Now we're ready to pick the winner. So the winner gets, just cover what the winner gets here really quickly. They get some Bridgestone Mindset golf balls, the official golf ball, the Golfing Dad's Tavern. They get a Nikon Cool Shot rangefinder, Cool Shot 3. They get a Golfish belt and a Desert Fox gift package. So,
are we ready to spin here? I'm going to shuffle it a few times.
Desert Fox just said winner, winner. Here we go.
All right, here we go. And the winner is
Dave Rogers.
You're on the show. You can't win.
Yeah.
JCS 722.
Congratulations.
You will get a DM from me on Instagram because I know that was an Instagram post. So you'll get an Instagram DM from me. And congratulations on your gift pack.
So that's awesome. We love when our partners win. You win. So look out for our next giveaway. Hopefully in the near future for something that's fun. But this is a great package. I've had a lot of people ask me like, "Oh, you're doing a great giveaway. How do I enter?" So there was your chance. We'll do another one soon. But let's get into the last call. All right, so we talked it earlier. We talked playoffs. This is where we're going this week, and you know what our thoughts are on this. So without further ado, I think we just go right into Dave, and let's get into odds.
So really quick, Memphis, great event. FedEx, great sponsor for the PGA Tour. A historic site and a tournament that has been long-standing on the PGA Tour, and a great benefit this week. Like giving back to St. Jude's, you can't go wrong with that. So, do you want to highlight all of those things? Hold on. Can I just read this breaking news that just popped up on my phone?
You can. I mean, I'm not.
ESPN acquiring NFL Network Red Zone rights and fantasy product from the NFL.
That's not breaking news. That's
not breaking news. That's been out there for a while.
That's been out there.
Done. It's done. So the deal's done.
Yeah. So,
thanks for the 8 ball being behind the 8 ball there, Steve.
There it was. Breaking news. It's on the Golfing Dads. All right. Let's get into better breaking news. Like and subscribe, people.
Yes, please do.
All right. Nikon rangefinder.
I tell you what,
this week.
Well, here we're going into the playoffs. Our regular season is finished up, and we decided to crown a regular season champion, and then we'll crown a playoff champion. Much to the dismay of everybody involved with the Golfing Dads Tavern, whether you're out there in social world or on this screen right now. Steve has won the regular season championship
with a great comeback. Because Dave, you started this season on a hot.
I started hot,
and we're way
which is still surprising to me because, as our friend Mr. Schubert knows, there was no collusion in this to take me down.
No.
Well, we can't make a trade on picks or positioning.
So we can't make a trade on picks.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe next year we'll change the rules for collusion.
Yeah. And funny enough, a lot of my miscuts were people we are considering for the Ryder Cup right now. So, getting into that. So, Steve, congratulations. You win with 207. I had 176, and Greg with the monster comeback at 164.
I did.
Does that mean that if I win, does that mean I get first pick this week?
So that was what we said. We're going to change things up for the playoffs, and we all agree on what I sent out, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
So here's the new rules. There will be a new point structure, but the most drastic thing is if you miss the cut in any week, you are out. You don't get the next week.
There's no cut in any of these events.
So So I meant like you miss the cut
if you don't make the top 50.
Top
if your guy doesn't move on to the next
move on.
Yeah, like say I pick Ricky Fowler this week and he doesn't make it into the top 50, I'm out.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you don't make the top 30 next week, you are out. So you don't get to pick if your player does not move on to the next round.
Okay. I would like to offer up a suggestion here. Does it have to be somebody that is playing this week that I could pick?
Yes, because they have to be playing. You cannot pick Rory and just take a safe bet to move on. No.
Okay.
You have to pick someone who is playing.
Just wanted to check and make sure.
I like where your thought is at. And so I don't want to be called for collusion again. So we will go with you have to pick someone who's playing. That player has to make it on. They don't have to win. They just have to make it on the next
same rules apply. So if Steve goes and picks Scotty right now, and he's out for Scotty for the next 2 weeks.
Yes, if the same rules apply on that. You cannot pick the same person through. So that's what makes it interesting. So you have to pick someone like you almost don't want to pick who you want for the final.
Correct.
So you got to. There's more strategy in the playoffs.
I'm so safe bet.
Oh wait, so the odds.
The
odds. Yeah. Let's go with the odds.
Scotty
brought
about
to you by Nikon, the official rangefinder of the LPGA Tour and the Golfing Dads Tavern.
And now JCS 1722.
Yes.
Scotty at about 2.5 to 1, Xander 18 to 1, Fleetwood 22, JT 25, Fitzpatrick at 28, Russell Henley and Morikawa and Ludwig at 30, Victor and Aaron Ray at 35, Hideki 35, Ben Griffith Patrick Cantlay at 35. Sepp Straka, ironically, who's number 3 overall right now. Sam Burns and Corey Connors and Cameron Young at 40. Chris Goddard at 45. So there you go. So, Steve?
It's funny you mentioned his name. It made it a point to mention his name because I'm going to take Sepp Straka this week.
Oh. That's always
that was Dave's pick this week. Dave wanted Sepp this week.
I'm the only one that usually has picked Sepp to win, and has picked him when he won. So
again, it's safe into next week, so that's why you got to take him.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick.
Is it me or you? Because I had the lower finish here.
It's you. We're going in reverse order, so who got first, second, and third?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it out of the way because we're gonna fight for it for the next 3 weeks. I'm gonna take Scotty.
I was like, really?
Yep.
There's that chance. So Scotty is out for Dave for the Tour Championship. Okay, cool.
Scotty's out we're saying because it's 3 weeks. Scotty's out.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get my points and go.
Go team, go. Okay, cool.
I mean, I don't want to be out after the first week. I was going to take someone who I want to fight their way back up, but I don't want them to then just shit the bed and I'm out of it. So, you know what? Give me Keegan this week.
Ooh.
Keegan. Give me Keegan this week.
All right.
With that.
There you have it, folks.
Another great week in an hour. Check out.
Hold up really quick. I want to post this up here. Tonight was the media preview tonight for Pop Stroke Hamlin. Someone is claiming that he has the course record for both courses at Pop Stroke Hamlin going into their grand opening tomorrow night.
Well, if they haven't opened yet and you're the only one to play the course, I mean, I could have the course record too. So what's the record now? There. What's the record? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, OG. What's the record?
Yeah, OG.
What's the course record and how do I beat it?
Yeah.
What's the? I wish that was there when I lived in that area. That would have been perfect. So, but with that, thanks to Goated Golf. Check them out on Whatnot tonight at 10:00 to get some great apparel. Apparently, if you want a hat from them, Dave, we got to go on there right after this to get one of those hats. So,
Dave needs a hat.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, deuces.
I'm really fortunate, man. I mean, having an opportunity to build something that's.
And remember, folks, use code GolfingDads to get 15% off your order at Desert Fox Golf. Also use code GolfingDads to get 15% off your order at golfish.com. Use code GolfingDads to get 20% off your order at Jacket Sunscreen. And use the Golfing Dads Tavern to get 5% off your order at FlightScope.